Hello everybody, it's me Jessie with Pampered Chef, bringing you all things fun and foodie from right here in my kitchen. Tonight we are making a chili crisp cucumber and onion salad and a ramen stir fry. It's going to take about 20 minutes, so let's get started. It's really easy. So first thing we need to do is open up 2 packages of ramen noodles. I always like to keep ramen noodles in the house just because you don't have to eat them just like ramen. You can turn them into different stir fries. You can turn them into salads. You can turn it into egg drop soup. And I actually like to doctor up ramen sometimes with like seaweed and egg, and it makes a really good inexpensive dinner when I don't feel like cooking, but I don't want to spend money on takeout. Just had to adjust that for a minute. This is my micro cooker. I've got 2, it's a medium size, 2 packages of ramen in here, and I'm just going to cover it with water. Now, I like the micro cooker for a lot of things. It makes great rice. It's great for steaming vegetables, for mashed potatoes, for ramen noodles, for pasta on the fly. It is super handy for soups. It comes in a large, a medium, and a small, and I use them all the time. The lid snaps on like this, and I'm gonna pop that in the microwave for like 4 minutes, and it's got holes, so it will drain right in my sink, and I don't have to get out a colander. So really, really super easy. Can you guys hear the rain? It's like so crazy storming right now. All right, next thing we need to do is get our vegetables prepped for our ramen, for our stir-fry ramen. This can be made with any vegetables whatsoever. This is a fantastic clean out the fridge, clean out the refrigerator kind of recipe. So I'm gonna get out my rapid prep mandoline, and I'm gonna do onions probably on number 3 to start off with, because we're gonna use a red onion, half of it in our stir fry and half of it in our chili crisp cucumber salad. So you have seen me use this before. I love the rapid prep mandoline. It cuts everything and your hands don't get anywhere near the blade. And it cuts so many different ways and thicknesses. It's amazing. So I'm just gonna cut this red onion in half. We're gonna use half of it tonight. Now you could use a white onion, a yellow onion, whatever. I just happen to have a lot of red onion right now, so I'm gonna use red onion. And I'm gonna stick it in, cut side. It's a little fat. You know what? I'm gonna actually cut him into 4s. I can get it out of the hopper. There we go. Now I'm gonna put him cut side down like this. And this releases the blade. And then you just cut. This is my favorite way to slice and dice. It is amazing. So I have the onion already all cut up, and I didn't get out any oil. Hold on just a second. You don't want to use an olive oil for this, so I'm going to use, I think this is canola oil. It's like my onion ring frying oil. I'm going to put a tablespoon or so of that into my 12-inch round skillet. Just let it heat up for a second. So I'm using up this onion tonight that I've thinly sliced. And last week, if you were watching, I cut up all these peppers. Well, we didn't use them all. So I'm gonna use that up tonight in the ramen as well. And frozen broccoli. And, oh, I have a can of water chestnuts. So might as well open that while we're waiting for the oil to heat up. If you didn't know, this is a safety can opener. I am extremely klutzy and accident prone, so it is awesome to have this so I don't slice my fingers. You've heard me tell the awful story of my friend Terry at work, who was pushing down the trash at her house and didn't realize someone had put in a very sharp edged can, and she pushed it down and she sliced her hand all open. Scar, it just like gets me every time. You're not gonna cut yourself when you use this can opener, so you're not in any danger. And since I'm an art teacher, these come in really handy in my classroom. so I save all the can lids. All right, so we're gonna start out by putting the onion that we just sliced up into the pan with our peppers, and just gonna stir around a little bit in the oil. Not looking for a lot of color, just want them to get a little bit soft. I don't think I mentioned, but this is a vegetarian recipe, but you could totally just like adding in any of the meats that you wanted, vegetables that you wanted. You could add in shrimp, leftover pork, you could add in chicken, whatever you have. All right, we are going to get started on our cucumber salad while the vegetables soften for a couple of minutes. I'm going to use the other half of this onion. I'm gonna cut the recipe in half for this because this is all the cucumber I have, and I do have more onion, and I love pickled onion, but I don't really need that much. So, since it is just the two of us. I'm gonna put the onion back in here, and because I'm pickling it for this recipe, I want it really, really thin. Look at that, perfect. And we're gonna put that into this bowl. And then we're gonna slice up some cucumber. My eyes are getting watery from this onion. All right. And I want our cucumbers a little bit fatter, so I think I'm gonna go back on the number 2 setting. If you like homemade French fries or au gratin potatoes, then you need the mandoline because it makes them so fast. Like perfect. All right, I'm gonna put the cucumbers in here with the onions. Kind of toss them together a little bit. This is a 3-cup prep bowl. I'm thinking maybe I should have went a little bit bigger, but whatever. All right, this whole thing can go right in the dishwasher if you want. I'm probably going to just hand wash it because it's not that hard to wash. It takes just a second. And I think we're gonna throw our broccoli in this pan. Let's do half a bag of broccoli. It's like ginormous chunks. And we'll throw our water chestnuts in too. These are already sliced. And take out our noodles. Best tool for these, pasta tongs. So if you haven't seen these yet, they have grippers. I love these. They're like one of my favorites, and I use them for so much more than pasta. They're great for getting hard-boiled eggs out. All right, so I've drained our noodles, perfectly cooked. I want to stop the cooking process, so I'm going to put them in a little bit of cool water and then use this same exact lid to rinse off the excess starch. I also don't want my stir fry to be like glumpy and floury. Done. Just gonna set those aside, and we're gonna finish this chili crisp salad. All right, so this was an exclusive seasoning that came with Tastebuds, and I'll be honest, I haven't tried it yet, and I'm really excited to try it. It came like right before we left for Vermont, so I didn't get a chance to like cook a lot because I was trying to use things up. We were going to be gone for so long. So, oh, it smells really good. This has, and yes, I'm getting old. I have to take my glasses off to see. Salt, spices, sugar, garlic, soy sauce, sesame seeds, paprika, onion. Smells good. All right, we need 1 tablespoon of seasoning. I'm gonna put that in there. And we need a tablespoon of corn syrup. That is stuck on here because I haven't used it since, and I'm eyeballing this, Thanksgiving when I made pecan pie. And then we need some cider vinegar. 2 tablespoons. And we'll eyeball that again too. All right, actually I'm gonna get a fork. Give this a little stir. It's looking pretty good, right? Now, if I would have been thinking, which I obviously wasn't, I would have put the sauce in here first. And then I would have put the vegetables so everything would mix together, but you know, whatever. This is cooking for real. So we're gonna put in some extra vinegar because it's not gonna hurt anything. And it'll be fine. This smells so, so good. It's gonna be light and refreshing. And the longer it sits in the fridge, the better it's going to taste. And I love pickled onions, so I'm excited to try them with this new seasoning. I usually do them with salt, sugar, and dill. And I could eat a whole onion, just raw, pickled. It's great on tacos, great on hamburgers, great on grilled cheese sandwiches, great on salads. Side dish, done. And now we need to make our sauce for the stir fry. So I'm using my measuring cup here where you don't have to lift it to look, which is so handy. We need 1/4 of a cup of soy sauce. This is a low sodium one. We need 2 tablespoons of water, which I'm going to eyeball. A splash of sesame oil, which I thought we were out of for some reason, and then I was cleaning out the refrigerator yesterday and found it in with the hot sauces, so glad I don't have to buy any. And then we need some pad thai mix. Now, this is one of our seasoning mixes that you can just use to make a homemade pad thai that doesn't have any peanuts in it or eggs. And it can be used to make so many other dishes. This is one of them. So I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons. It has all the herbs and seasonings and garlic and things that you need, so you don't really have to think about it too much. I'm gonna use this to stir it up. And then we're just gonna pour that on top of our vegetables. I'm going to use a little water to rinse this container out. A little extra water is not going to hurt. And give it a little stir. I'm just going to let that cook for a minute or 2 while we get our garnishes ready. Because believe it or not, we're like pretty much done with dinner. So I have a giant onion. This is not mandatory. This is optional, but I regrow my onions from the roots, the green onions like this. This is probably being regrown like 7 times. So you just plant the bottom part in some dirt outside or in your window if you're not in Florida, and it keeps regrowing. And then I pull it out when it gets big, and I clean it up, and I replant the roots, and in a couple weeks, I'll have another couple onions. So I've had the same like roots growing on these spring onions for forever. And the bottoms are like huge and giant, and I just have them in a pot outside our lanai. I'm gonna give these just a quick little chop. They say you can regrow celery too, but it never works for me. Like I always get like a tiny little thing and I get so excited, oh, it's working, and then it like inevitably molds and I have to throw it away. So whatever, it's fine. I can buy some more. All right. Now, last couple steps. Ramen, dump it in. And we're gonna use our tongs to toss it all together. And I would move the camera over here, but I don't wanna make you motion sick. And again, you could add any meat to this, shrimp, whatever, cooked pork, whatever you got in the fridge, whatever vegetables you want. I almost used a pack of like frozen Asian vegetables for this, but then I found the peppers in there that needed to be used up, and I thought, you know, just use that. All right. We're like done. So I have out this beautiful plate, one of our new plates that I love. And I cannot hold this with my wrist, so that's heavy. All right, we're gonna plate this up. We want some noodles. This recipe would serve 4 people, but I'm gonna use half of it for us for dinner tonight and the rest for us for lunch tomorrow or Tuesday. Well, tomorrow is Tuesday. Tomorrow or Wednesday. It's weird that we're not at work today. So 1 plate, and then some green onions. And then my last final touch is sesame seeds. I like white and black sesame seeds mixed together. So I mix my own together. And that's it. Dinner. We have our cucumber and onion salad and our ramen stir fry. Now you could make this a little spicy if you wanted. Grab the sriracha, grab your, you know, that Asian chili stuff in the jar with green lid. I probably will do that, but you don't have to. We only used a handful of ingredients. We've got vegetables, we've got a side dish. We're good to go. So I will post the recipes for you. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and comment, and I will see you all later. Bye.